Stay tuned to 27 Not Out.
Hi there and welcome to 27 Not Out. This past weekend saw the third round of fixtures in the Wohnen top-paying Premier League being played, and it's safe to say that the pre-season rust has officially worn off. I went back to Potchefstroom to bring you the game between NWU Book 14 and Rustenburg-based Impala 1. But before we go there, here's the log standings after Matchday 2.
NWU Book 13 Taurus, along with their fourth team Colts and Ikageng, came into Matchday 3 all tied on points at the top of the log, with all teams winning their first two matches of the season and earning bonus points in both games. A superior net run rate nudged Taurus to the top of the log. At fourth place, Ibis, who are also yet to lose a game, only picked up one bonus point from two. Defending champions NWU Book 1 started their season with a loss to their second team Ibis and found themselves at the bottom half of the log with a game in hand. Mafikeng, Potchefstroom's second team, Ramblers and the Geek Academy were all yet to register points and went into Matchday 3 on October 16th in search of their first win. Here are the fixtures that took place.
Artlist.io.
After winning big in their season opener against Mafikeng, Impala hoped to show their will against an informed Colts team, who walked into this game with a comfortable 73-run and 7-wicket victory against their first two opponents, respectively. Impala captain Willie Mostert won the toss and put his team into bat, hoping to set a competitive total as they did against Mafikeng on a well-prepared pitch. The stage was set for a tough contest, and one of these teams would suffer their first loss of the season. There was no chance of rain and every possibility of an entertaining game of cricket ahead.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io.
Everywhere I go, the people really wanna know who I is and who I be. They stop and stare when they see me. If it's said it once, no need to repeat. Run up on me, watch you fall to your knees. Tip my hat when it's time for the kill. Ain't no beast when you really real. I am the boss, I am the dawn.
Impala got off to a steady start, losing only the wicket of Tian van Tonder in the first 5 overs. The first bowling change brought on the captain Larnu Botha in the 7th over, and he immediately made an impact, getting the wicket of Sammy Barbrain, who got caught in the covers by Velman after a solid start for 18. That saw the pair of both the Snyman brothers at the crease only for 2 overs, as Velman would strike again, this time getting the wicket of Philip Snyman. On came the dangerous Tian Swanepoel in the 9th over, who raced to a 16-ball half-century in his previous game against Mafikeng, this time to try and restore stability to Impala's innings instead of playing the aggressor. However, he got caught playing a loose shot at mid-off and over before drinks from the bowling of Corne Viljoen for 16. Colts went into the drinks break the stronger of the two teams at 67 for 4 after 16. With the in-form Ferdi Snyman now steadily going and captain Willie Mostert joining him at the crease, Impala needed a lasting partnership to bat through the middle overs and give themselves a chance to post a defendable score. Colts immediately had a chance to get their 5th wicket and over after play continued, but Impala captain Willie Mostert got dropped while still on a single-digit score. The middle overs were full of spin, but the pair resisted pressure from some good bowling and went on about building a steady partnership, reaching 100 in the 31st over. The second drinks break came without Impala losing another wicket, with the score at 116 after 35 overs. Snyman was on his way to a second half century in 2 games, with him and his captain rotating the strike swiftly as boundaries became dry for a period of time. The pair continued with their display of resilience and achieved a much-needed 100-run partnership, setting up Impala for a good finish in the back-end overs. After reaching another 50, Snyman picked up his strike rate, smashing the ball to all parts of the ground. He was eventually bowled out for 75 by Corne Viljoen with the score at 176. Willie Mostert fell 6 short of his half-century a few runs later, and left it to Cilliers and JP van Jaarsveld to try and get Impala over 200, but they ran out of overs and finished at a total of 193. A meaningful total from where they were at the first drinks break, and more importantly, a defendable one.
Artlist.io.
Big time, no man now. Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the number, that's a lot of crime. Try to take it from me, must be out your mind. Big time, lot of slime. Smoky in the air. that's a
Music
lot of
licensing
crime.
reimagined.
Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try to take it from me. Yeah. Big time, big time, big time.
While the Pick Oval surely provided a spectacle for us, here's how other fixtures on that day played out.
Artlist.io.
The opening pair of Herbst and Corne Viljoen gave Colts a good start until the 25-run partnership got ended by Sithembile Padi, trapping Herbst for LBW only for 7. The second wicket came shortly after, courtesy of Padi again, as he dismissed Viljoen for 16. Skipper Larnu Botha joined Daneko Mara at the crease, and they only managed a 16-run partnership before Buddy got his 3rd wicket at the expense of Botha. Mara batted skillfully at a good tempo, hitting 4 boundaries on his way to a promising innings that was ended by Stian Swanepoel at 22, caught by Willie Mostert. Colts continued losing wickets at regular intervals as Stian Swanepoel got another wicket of Chris Taylor as JP van Jaarsveld dismantled the Colts middle order at the other end with his leg spin, bowling out Kruger, Velman and Bester. Although Colts reached 100 7 overs earlier than their opponents, they lost wickets rapidly and found themselves needing 61 runs to win with only a single wicket and 16 overs left. With victory looking almost certain for Impala, Etienne Bukes and Jackson had other ideas, building a 62-run partnership for the 10th wicket that consisted of 7 boundaries, suddenly putting them within reach to victory and building suspense around the ground with every over that went. It went down to the wire where Philip Snyman heroically bowled Jackson out for an entertaining 32, making him the highest scorer in the Colts batting lineup at number 11. That gave Impala their second win as they maintained their perfect start to the season. While the Big Oval surely provided a spectacle for us, here's how other fixtures on that day played out.
Artlist.io.
Shortly after the match, I spoke to captain of the Colts team, Larnu Buota, as he was willing to share his insights on how the game went.
Ja, ons het meer gekyk na so 120, 130. Ek dink die bowlers het ons bietjie in die steek gelaat vir al die pace bowlers in die begin. Ek voel die spinners het redelik goed gedoen. Ek dink naderhand ons het 'n baie offside veld gehad en 'n baie min leg side veld en hulle het baie reg in die leg side gebal. So ek voel ons kon net bietjie daaraan gewerk het.
Artlist.
Ons het van die begin af gesê een van die top 5 gaan moet deurbat, een van die top 5 'n groot 100 slaan. En ongelukkig nie een van ons kon dit gedoen het nie. En dan well done aan Jackson, well done aan Etienne wat ons bietjie in die game gebring het daarso. Ongelukkig was dit bietjie te min geweest, maar ja, soos ek sê, ons een van die top 5 moes deurgebat het. Ons spanne verander baie en ek speel elke naweek met 'n ander span. Ek dink dit spanne gaan nou bietjie beter wees en bietjie meer stabiel bly. Ek sal baie graag verwag en ek sal van my ouens verwag om definitief 'n beter performance in te sit, veral met fielding en batting in die top 5. Definitief bowling, so ek dink 'n goeie all-round performance step up sal beter wees. En ja, soos ek sê, ons is 'n goeie klomp ouens en die span dink ek gaan great wees. So ja, kom ons vat maar als. Potchefstroom, always a tough competition. I think ja, ons moet regtig hard werk in die nette en op die fielding veral moet ons regtig hard werk. Ek bedoel ons het 'n baie goeie coach, baie lekker spelers, lekker atmosfeer. Ek dink maar net ons moet bietjie gaan dink oor ons game en weer terugbounce.
Impala all-rounder and top scorer for the day, Ferdi Snyman, also gave us a few minutes to share his views on how the game went.
No, it was quite difficult to score any runs in the start. To be honest, we just had to survive. Bowling was particularly well, but the pitch was a bit inconsistent. But yeah, the longer you bat in the middle, the easier it gets.
Artlist.
Well, myself and our captain spoke when we were batting, and he said, well, anything 180 plus is going to be defendable. So I think we're quite happy. Maybe there's 10, 20 runs more we could have gotten. Well, we're here to make a statement again. The thing is, for me, it's more of practice because I try and play as large cricket as I can. I play probably 3-4 games a week, even it's action cricket or I'm playing social cricket. So I do play a lot of cricket, and we do still practice every day as well. Anti-Kronia. By far.
The log standings see 3 of the 4 big teams occupying the top 3 spots in the league so far, with Taurus, Ibis and Impala remaining the only unbeaten teams with a game in hand to Impala. Potchefstroom won, who were dismissed for 48 all out in their first game, find themselves in 4th position after winning their last 2 games convincingly by over 100 run margins and earning 2 bonus points in the process. Defending champs Book 1 find themselves at the bottom half of the log with a game in hand. And the Geek Academy, Mafikeng, Ramblers sit at the bottom of the log still with no wins in the campaign so far. The next match day happens on the 23rd of October and we'll be in Slurry when Ikageng visit Mafikeng with the home team still in search of their first win. Until then, keep your wicket.